Hello, welcome. My name is Miriam. I'm a family therapist, and today I'm going to talk about how we can talk to our children and teens about the coronavirus. Now, it's the 10th of March today. We woke up to hear that Italy closed all its schools, recommends that people stay at home, limited travel, and we understand that very soon the virus is going to affect our lives here in a profound way. So what do we say? How do we talk to our children? What do we need to do? The first thing that I would say, please talk to them, whether you've got teenagers or children. Do not assume that they've got all the information because it's been around, because it's been on the news, and because it's been discussed at school. I have spoken to quite a few teenagers in the last few days, and some of them have got completely misleading information. There were people who were thinking that if you get the virus, you necessarily get pneumonia, or you definitely die. There's a lot of misinformation there on social media, and you just want to make sure that they've got the correct information and talk to them, ask them what they know, discuss what you hear on the news. Make sure that you communicate about it and give them the facts, the scientific facts as we know them, not all these scare stories or whatever else is going there. That's not helpful. And that leads to my second point, which is that I recommend that you limit access to the news and the media, obviously within reason. We're not talking about blocking all news. But in lots of homes, there's the TV is always on, there's a feed of news all the time. When you drive your children, the radio may be on, they may be going on social media and getting a lot of information repeatedly, and that creates anxiety for lots of children. And the other thing that could happen is that if within a few days nothing happens in their environment, they may become bored of it and think, oh, this coronavirus, oh, everybody's talking about it, but it's never going to happen, it's not happening, and then they may become complacent and not follow the instructions that we get about our safety and our hygiene. So, not too much exposure. If you can, explain to them that it's probably better that they don't listen and follow it too closely all the time. My third point is about anxiety. There are children there that are worried about going to school, they are worried that they may catch the virus, and you want them to be careful but not too anxious. And the first thing to look at is your own behavior. If you're anxious yourself and you're worried and you talk about it all the time, or quote people who are talking about this in a really difficult way, even my body language now that I'm talking to you, if this is the way you talk to your child, don't be surprised if your child's going to be anxious. So we need to trust ourselves. We need to trust that we're going to be able to deal with whatever this virus brings on, because we're strong enough, because we are intelligent, and that we are going to make sure that with all our strength we are going to deal with whatever happens. So you want to not broadcast too much anxiety to your children. You can talk to them about their immune system. Our immune system is really strong. It brought us here, and during thousands and tens of thousands of years and more, it knew how to fight viruses, germs, bacteria, and it will continue to do so now. So if you are generally healthy and if your child is generally healthy, this is what you need to say. We need to take the precautions we need to take and trust that our immune system will handle it. Obviously, if your child's got a weak immune system, or you've got people in your family that's got a weak immune system, you need to follow the relevant instructions and the medical instructions to try and keep yourself as safe as possible. Another thing that can help with anxiety is putting the focus on things we can do and not concentrating on the things we cannot do anything about. We can't do anything about cancelled flight or shut schools. There's nothing we can do about that. We could do what we need to do, and that is take care of our personal hygiene, wash our hands for 20 minutes at a time. There are lots of videos showing how to do that. Make sure that we don't get too close to people, that we don't brush with people, we don't shake hands or hug people. There's a lovely video I'm going to show as I'm talking now of a teacher that showed his pupils how they can greet each other, having this lovely little kick. to say hello, all kinds of habits that we need to change, so that you won't have to focus on the things you can change and not the things you can do nothing about, and that's going to really help anxiety. And my last point is that please don't tell them it's not going to happen. Don't tell them everything's going to be fine, because you don't know that it's going to be fine. And if you just promise them that they're not going to get it and they will get it, they're not going to trust you anymore. Science says that we're probably all going to get it sooner or later. So what you want to say is that if we do get the virus, if one of our family gets this virus, we're going to be strong, we're going to deal with it in the best way that's possible. We're a strong family, we're going to support each other, we've got all we need, it's going to be okay because we're going to deal with it, not because it's not going to happen. So, this is my invitation to you. Talk to your children, make sure that they've got the right information, reduce exposure to too much media, explain about the immune system and that it is strong, focus on whatever it is that they can do rather than on the things that they cannot do anything about. Follow the advice by the government and public health, and do not promise them they're not going to get this virus, because they may. Just tell them if you get it or they get it, you're going to deal with it like you deal with everything else in your life. Life is always throwing challenges on us, and we're strong and we can cope. So this is it from me for today. Thank you very much for listening. If you think this information is useful, please share it with your friends, family, like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.